Morning students, how are you all? Hope you all are fit and healthy at your home. So students, welcome back in your mathematics class. This is class 9th, chapter 8, chapter name quadrilateral. This is lecture number 4. In today's lecture, we will discuss theorem 8.9 and theorem 8.10 and some remaining questions of exercise 8.1. This is our lecture number 4 today. So students, we will start our lecture with theorem 8.9. Theorem 8.9 is midpoint theorem. We call it as midpoint theorem. The statement of the midpoint theorem is the line segment joining the midpoints of two sides of a triangle is parallel to the third side and equal to half of it. So students, read it again. The line segment joining the midpoints of two sides of a triangle is parallel to the third side and equal to half of it. So students, the meaning of this statement is if we will join the midpoints of any two sides of a triangle. If we have a triangle like this and we have two midpoints like this, then we will join these two midpoints of these two line of triangle, these two line segments of triangle. So this new line is parallel to the third side, the remaining side, and half of it. It is not fixed that midpoint present like this only. Midpoint is like present this only also. So this line is parallel to this third line and half of it. So students, now in triangle ABC, E is the midpoint of AB, F is the midpoint of AC. So we have to prove that EF is parallel to BC, third side parallel to BC, and EF is half of BC. So what is given to us? Triangle ABC, E and F are the midpoints of the side AB and AC. So students, now what we have to prove? We have to prove is EF parallel BC and EF is equal to half of BC. We have to do a construction. We will produce the line segment EF to point D. We have produced the line segment EF to point D such that EF is equal to FD, such that means like this, that EF is equal to FD. By construction they both are equal to each other. Now join CD also, join CD also. Now we have to try to congruent these two small triangle, triangle AEF and triangle CFD. In triangle AFE or CFD, we need three elements. So students, try to think. First of all, this side is equal to this side because F is the midpoint, and angle 1 and angle 2 are equal to each other, vertically opposite angle. This side is equal to this side because of construction. So students, AF is equals to FC. F is the midpoint of the given है ये. Angle 1 and angle 2 are equal to each other, vertically opposite angle. EF is parallel to FD by construction. So that by SAS congruence rule, we have both the triangle AFE and triangle CFD are congruent to each other. So now these two triangles are congruent to each other. Now we have to prove that EF parallel to BC and EF is half of BC. So start it again. AE is equal to CD. AE is equal to CD by CPCT because these two triangles are congruent now. Angle 3 and angle 4 are also equal to each other by CPCT. Now, E is the midpoint. We know it very well that E is the midpoint of AB. It is given. It means AE and EB are equal to each other. But in equation number first, AE is equal to CD. In equation number 2, AE is equals to EB. From equation number 1 and 2, CD and EB are equal to each other. They both are equal to each other. Angle 3 and angle 4 are also equal to each other by CPCT, but they are the pair of alternate interior angle. They are the pair of alternate interior angle. Hence, line CD and EB are also parallel to each other. From equation number 3rd and 4th, quadrilateral EBCD is a parallelogram because CD and EB are equal as well as parallel also. So if in a quadrilateral one pair is equal and parallel, then it become a parallelogram. So the remaining the remaining side is also equal and parallel. ED is parallel. ED is equal to BC. ED is parallel to BC. EF natural. ED, if the complete line segment ED is parallel to BC, so the one part of the ED, if complete line is parallel to this line, so the part of the ED is also parallel to BC. Part of the ED is also parallel to BC. So students, EF is parallel to BD. F is the midpoint of ED. Definitely by construction F is the midpoint of ED. EF is equal to FD. ED is equal to EF plus FD. We can replace any one with the other, so I replace EF. So EF plus EF, double of EF. ED is equal to BC and ED is equal to double of EF. We can put the value of ED here. So this 2 is present in the multiplication here. When we will shift to the other side, it will be present in the ED is equal to BC, double of EF. Double of EF is equal to BC. This 2 is present multiplication here. When we will shift to the other side, it will be present in the division. So student, conclusion is EF is parallel BC and EF is equal to half of BC. So what was the theorem of statement of theorem, midpoint theorem? The line segment joining the two midpoints of any two sides of a triangle is parallel to the third side and half of it. So student, it is very important theorem. You have to learn. So students, next theorem is 8.10. The statement of theorem 8.10 is the line segment drawn through the midpoint of one side of a triangle and parallel to the another side cut third side at its midpoint. So students, I want to inform you that this is the converse of midpoint theorem. We called it as converse of midpoint theorem. It is converse of midpoint theorem. So what is the theorem? He said the line segment drawn through the midpoint of one side. Line segment drawn through the midpoint of one side. We will draw a line through the midpoint of one side and parallel to the another side, and this is parallel to the another side. So this line cut the third side at its midpoint. This line cut the third side at its midpoint. It means what is given in triangle ABCE is the midpoint of AB and EF is parallel to BC. We have to prove that F is the midpoint of AC. So what is given? One midpoint is given. Parallel condition is also given. We have to prove that another point is also the midpoint of the side. F is the midpoint of AC. So students, we have to do a construction again in this question. Through C, draw CM which is parallel to AB. In previous question, we extend EF like this, that EF and FD are equal to each other. But in the converse of midpoint theorem, we will produce this line CM like this, then it is parallel to AB. Extend EF and let it cut the CM at T. So students, proof is this: in quadrilateral EBCD, in this quadrilateral, this is parallel to this by construction and this is parallel to this given. Because EF is parallel to BC, then definitely the complete line segment ED is also parallel to BC. So EBCD is a parallelogram. Definitely the opposite sides are equal also. So EB and CD are equal to each other, but AB and EB are equal to each other, so definitely ABE and CD are also equal to each other. Now we will go with the congruency of these two triangles. This equal to this proved above. 1 is equal to 2 vertically opposite and 3 is equal to 4 alternate interior angle, because these two sides are parallel by construction. So students, we will follow this complete procedure in the written form. In quadrilateral EBCD, ED parallel BC and EB is also parallel CD, because EF is parallel BC given and this is parallel by construction. Both pair of opposite sides are parallel, hence EBCD is a parallelogram. So the remaining sides are equal also. EB is equal to DC, equation number 1. But it is given that AE and EB are equal because E is the midpoint of AB. So from the equation 1 and 2, AE and DC are equal to each other. In triangle AEF and triangle CDF, AE is equal to CD proved above, 1 equal to 2, angle 1 equal to angle 2 vertically opposite angle, angle 3 is equal to angle 4 alternate interior angle. So students, by AAS congruence rule, we have both the triangle AEF and triangle CDF are congruent to each other. So by CPCT, AF is equal to CF by CPCT. It means now F is the midpoint of AC. So student, these are our two theorems, theorem 8.9 and 8.10. Now we will proceed with exercise 8.1 remaining questions. Question number 8. 1 to 7 question we already discussed. Now question number 8. Question number 8 is, ABCD is a rectangle in which diagonal AC bisect angle A as well as angle C. We have to prove that, show that. First part, ABCD is a square. Second part, the diagonal BD bisect angle B as well as angle D. So students, first of all, we have a rectangle ABCD in which line diagonal AC bisect angle A and angle C. It is given. So ABCD is a rectangle. Diagonal AC bisect angle A as well as angle C. It is given. To prove is, first part, ABCD is a square. Second part, the diagonal BD bisect angle B as well as angle D. So students, we have to start its proof. We know that ABCD is a rectangle, definitely, and these two angles are equal to each other. It is given because angle A is bisected by AC. So 1 is equal to 2, angle 4 is equal to 3. Since every rectangle is a parallelogram, we know it very well, every rectangle is a parallelogram. AB parallel DC because of parallelogram, and AC is a transversal. If AC is a transversal and AB parallel DC, if AB parallel DC and AC is a transversal, then angle 1 is equal to angle 3 alternate interior angle and angle 2 is equal to angle 4 alternate interior angle. But angle 1 and 2 are equal to each other and angle 3 and 4 are also equal to each other. So what will happen? 2 equal to 4. Hence, from equation this and this, 1 is equal to 4. Angle 1 and angle 4 are equal to each other. In triangle ADC, if angle 1 and angle 4 are equal to each other, so the opposite sides of equal angles are also equal. So the opposite side of angle 1 is DC and opposite side of angle 4 is AD. So DC and AD are equal to each other. Opposite sides of equal angles are equal. Similarly, we can prove that, but we can say AD is equal to BC, opposite sides of a parallelogram, but AD is equal to DC, then definitely DC and AB are also equal. Hence, we can say that all four sides are equal to each other. Hence, ABCD is a square. Now students, you are thinking, because in your previous lecture I said if we are going to prove that any quadrilateral is a square, then we have to prove two things. One, all sides are equal. Second, all angles are 90 degree. But students, try to focus in this question. It is already given that ABCD is a rectangle. We know that all angles of rectangle are also 90 degree. So there is no need to prove about 90 degree because it is already given. Second part of the question, in triangle BAD, in triangle BAD and triangle BCD. In these two triangles, BA is equals to CD, opposite, what is here? Opposite side of a parallelogram. BC is equal to AD, again opposite side of parallelogram. BD is equal to BD, common. BD is equal to BD, common. So students, by SSS congruence rule, we have both the triangle BAD and BCD are congruent to each other. Angle 5 and angle 6 are equal to each other by CPCT. Angle 7 and 8 are also equal to each other by CPCT. Hence, BD bisect angle B as well as angle D. So student, this is your question number 9. Now, sorry, question number 8. Now question number 9. This is your question number 9. In question number 9, it is given that ABCD is a parallelogram and 2 points P and Q are present on the diagonal BD such that DP and BQ are equal to each other. It means what is given? First of all, we have given that ABCD is a parallelogram and we have a diagonal BD. P and Q are the 2 points are present on the diagonal such that DP and BQ are equal to each other. So students, parallelogram ABCD, DP is equal to BQ. We have to prove 5 things. First of all, these two triangles are congruent. Second, AP is equal to CQ. Then these two triangles are congruent. Then fourth part, AQ is equal to CP, and fifth part is APCQ is a parallelogram. So students, we have to try to focus on first part first. So we have two triangle APD, this triangle, and CQB, this triangle. So we need to congruent these two triangles. So we need 3 elements. First of all, AD and BC are equal to each other, opposite sides of a parallelogram, and this equal to this given, and angle 1 and angle 2 are also equal to each other, alternate interior angle, because students, this is a parallelogram, these two lines are parallel, this is a transversal, so 1 and 2 are the pair of alternate interior angle. So we will follow this procedure in solution. AD is equal to BC, opposite sides of a parallelogram. DP is equal to BQ, given angle 1 and angle 2 are equal to each other, alternate interior angle. So that by SAS congruence rule, we have triangle APD and triangle CQB are congruent to each other. AP is equal to CQ by CPCT. We proved the second part with this CPCT also. So students, first part proved here, second part proved here. Now third part. In third part, we have to try to congruent these two triangle AQB and CPD. AQB and CPD, these two triangles. So AB is equals to CD, opposite sides of a parallelogram. BQ is equals to DP, it is given, and angle 3 and angle 4 are equal to each other because of alternate interior angle. So that by SAS congruence rule, we have triangle AQB and CPD are congruent to each other. If these two triangles are congruent, then AQ and AQ and CP are equal to each other by CPCT. With this, fourth part is also proved. Now fifth part. From second and fourth part, it is proved that AP is equals to CQ and AQ is equals to CP. So students, both the pair are equal, hence APCQ is a parallelogram. If in a quadrilateral both the pairs of the sides are equal or both the pair of the sides are parallel, then it become a parallelogram. So student, this is your question number 9. Now question number 10. Question number 10 is, in your NCERT, ABCD is a parallelogram and AP and CQ are the perpendicular from the vertices A and C on the diagonal BD. Then show that. It means what is given? First of all, ABCD is a parallelogram given, and AP and CQ are two perpendiculars on DB diagonal. So students, ABCD is a parallelogram, AP and CQ are the perpendicular on BD. We have to prove that triangle ABP and triangle CQD are congruent to each other and AP and CQ are equal to each other. So students, now first of all, we will take these two triangle. AB is equal to CD, opposite sides of parallelogram. First of all, these two sides, opposite sides, AB and CD are opposite sides of a parallelogram, so they are equal to each other. Because they are parallel also, so angle 1 and angle 2 are also equal to each other because of alternate interior angle. Angle 3 and angle 4 are also 90 degree because it is given that they are perpendicular. 1 is equal to 2 alternate interior angle, angle 3 is equal to 4, each 90 degree. So students, hence, so that by AAS rule, we have triangle APB is congruent to triangle CQD, and AP and CQ are equal to each other by CPCT because they are the corresponding parts of congruent triangle. So student, this is your question number 10. Now question number 11. Students, question number 11 is also a very easy question, but it is a little confusing, so pay attention. In question number 11, it is given that in triangle ABC and triangle DEF, AB is equal to DE, AB is parallel to DE, BC is equal to EF, and BC is parallel to EF. It is given vertices ABC are joined to the vertices DEF respectively. Show that ABC and DEF vertices ABA joined to D, C joined to F, and B joined to E. So we have to prove that quadrilateral ABED is a parallelogram, quadrilateral BEFC is a parallelogram, AD parallel CF and AD is equal to CF, quadrilateral ACFD is a parallelogram, AC is equal to DF, and triangle ABC and triangle DEF are also congruent to each other. So students, we will focus on first part first, quadrilateral ABED. ABED. This quadrilateral, we have to prove that this is a parallelogram. Try to take help from the given. AB is equal to DE. Good. AB and DE is present in this quadrilateral. In this quadrilateral, AB and DE are equal as well as parallel. If in a quadrilateral one pair of side equal and parallel, then definitely it is a parallelogram. So we will write like this. AB is equal to DE given, AB is parallel to DE given, hence ABED is a parallelogram. So the second pair which is left now, AD is also equal to BE and AD is parallel to BE, opposite sides of a parallelogram. This is a property of a parallelogram. If this is a parallelogram, then it follow all the properties of a parallelogram. Equation number 1. Similarly, in second part, quadrilateral BEFC. In this quadrilateral, BC is equal to EF and BC is parallel to EF is already given. So students, in second part, BC is equal to EF given, BC is parallel to EF given, hence BEFC is a parallelogram. BE is equal to CF because opposite sides of a parallelogram and they are equal as well as parallel also, because now BEFC is a parallelogram. Equation number 2. From equation number 1 and equation number 2, AD and BE are equal and B and CF are equal. So definitely AD and CF are equal. Similarly, AD and CF are parallel also. From equation number 1 and 2, AD and CF are equal as well as parallel also. So third part is already proved. Now fourth part, in which we have to prove that quadrilateral ACFD is a parallelogram. So students, ACFD. In third part, we already proved that AD is equal to CF and AD is parallel to CF. So definitely now ACFD is a parallelogram. So the remaining portion is, which we use like our two previous parts, AC and DF are parallel and AC and DF are equal also. So they are equal as well as parallel. So fifth part is already proved, opposite sides of a parallelogram. Now sixth part is triangle ABC and DEF. We have to prove that AB is equal to DE. Why? Proved above. BC is equal to EF. Why? Proved above. AC is equal to DF. Why? Proved above. You have to write the reason here. So students, by SSS congruence rule, we have both the triangles are congruent. Both the triangles are congruent. So students, both the triangles are congruent. With this part, this question is finished now. Now it's a turn about your homework. So students, today's maths homework is do theorem 8.9 and theorem 8.10 in your homework notebook. You have to write and learn these two theorems and do questions of exercise 8.1 in your homework notebook. You have to try and attempt all the question with along with the classwork questions, and in the next lecture we will discuss the remaining question in your homework solution. Okay students, so with this homework today's lecture is finished now. For more videos you have to subscribe at Quark channel, like and sharing all the videos. Thank you. Have a nice day.